Alright, what it is, what's really good, guys? It's your boy Crow7. We back at it with some more Adventure Time and some Dragon Dogma. And honestly,
Miss
like,
Trisha mentioned that her father
there's not
resides in
really
the
much
checkpoint
to
rest
say
down.
other
Shall we
than,
pay him a visit, Ma?
like,
What
I'm
business have
struggling
you
in this
here?
game and only to find quests. Right now, I'm just showing, like, some of the, I guess, the unformatted, unstructured part of the journey, you know? Primarily throughout this journey, I've just been bouncing in between the two new areas I've unlocked. And so far, just trying to get used to the vocations that I go through in this journey, right? Honestly,
Would
I'll
you
leave
mind coming over
my
here?
opinion of this particular vocation near the end, but yeah, I think this one's probably, if I had to put a tier on it, this one's probably like
Is this a
the
challenge arisen to
first
see
one.
who can keep pace? No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
Okay, so do y'all
How
walk
I've longed to
from place to
embrace
place, or
my...
do y'all run too? Because I'm just super curious if my pawns are the only ones complaining that I run too much. You know, and I was able to get some more skills with this vocation, so it's really gonna show. I'm really trying to see what this vocation can really do, right? I hear some crazy stuff in the background, man. That sounds like a T-Rex tripping.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach
Bro, what type of monster is that, I wonder? Right now, I'm just trying to find like bizarre quests. That's all like I really care about. And that's one of the new skills. I want to call it the spicy seasoning because it makes my pawns attack more, and it also increases their attack. So yeah. Oh, maybe it was that griffin screeching. That was the position that I tried to do, and it just didn't work. So maybe I have to like get the second version of it to make it stronger. Who knows? Managed to get the sun off. It's kind of nice. Just trying to, trying to be a good sponge. Haha. Honestly, this combat style, in my opinion, is just very. It's so easy to be stale, in my opinion, just because all you do is throw dust everywhere, and I start lighting candles and making everything smell weird, and then all of a sudden I get all the monsters like aggro. All I can do is possess, and the possession was something that I didn't want, which was my pawns aggro my possession, right? So it doesn't make any sense actually to get this vocation. This vocation, like, I was gonna save the joke for the end, but I like watching back on this now. I just feel like the real joke about this vocation is that if you use this vocation, the joke is on you. Not not to quote Shaco, but you're being tricked to use this vocation if you use it. And I feel like it shouldn't be that way. Again, I already talked about multiple different ways they could have made this better, viable, but who knows. And I'm genuinely curious about how many vocations are out there, right? I know of one only because of Dark Rising, and it was my vocation I most enjoyed. But hopefully we'll get to see it and we can talk about it then. I wish I could have controlled the possession a little bit better too. the fact that it still attacks me too is kind of just like, is it really possessed or what, you know? Like if the thing could like stun it in place or something, when you get the little dust cloud on it, like, I don't know. But yeah, right now the main goal is just to get back to that that outpost that's near like this dragon area and the mine that you start the game in. Though, okay, so for most like open world games that I've played, right, it's like, it's very apparent the people who are trying to give you missions, right? They're trying to talk to you, or like they have like some sort of indicator above them, right? In this game, and I look at my map a lot, right? I don't really see those people, you know, and I understand maybe you have to stumble on them, and that's cool, but if I'm like in a town, and it's like, I'm in that town for the first time, I feel like it would make more sense to just reveal the ones that are at least in the town. I understand being in a situation like this out in the wild, and all of a sudden you just find a quest and people need help because monsters are fucking shit up. I can get behind that aspect of it, right? But I don't know, having to just kind of like look around for quests in general is a challenge for me. Like, that's my biggest thing I'm facing. But and like the two of the quests I got, like the NPCs aren't in spots that continue the quest, you know. So for instance, the prince that you're helping in this game, I won't spoil too much, but you're helping a prince in this game, right? And he travels to town, you know, and he's trying to buy something, and I have that thing that he wants, right? So I'm trying to give it back to him, right? I don't want to go too deep into the quest, right? I don't want to ruin anything for anyone, but now he's supposed to be in front of this merchant, right? Because of how the quest functions, and I just can't. He's like in the castle constantly, and if I talk to him, it's like I'm helping him usurp his mother, and the conversation never goes to like what that item pertains to, you know. So it's just like kind of these weird things. I wonder if I have to just stay in the kingdom for like a bunch of days for him to like come out, and then the quest resumes. But you know, I don't know. I still have to figure out what the storyteller the beggar is up to. But I feel like that quest is just boring. Like you're really just sitting there staring at a dude talking about some random shit you don't really care about, you know. I feel like that beggar quest is like what you're actually doing in the storyline in general, you know. Like you're actually out there creating a tale that you could regale people about or on, right? Well, when you go into town, and he's just kind of like making stuff up or something, and then he like asks you for money, and like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't give every NPC that asks me for money, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
Why, thank you. I wanted to thank you for...
I'm trying to figure out if he's like, if there's like some dark twist and he's like a mass murderer or something, or like an assassin or something like, and he like introduces me to like the Dark Order on some Skyrim shit, even though I've never played Skyrim. You know what I mean? Like, I remember in Dark Rising there was like a kind of like this cult kind of thing in it, you know, and honestly, other than the mines, you know, I haven't really met any like darker forces. There was a guy that stalks you in the game, but like you deal with him quite swiftly, right? So it's like, you know, I'm also tired of just like not doing damage in these fights. Like, this is just silly, right? I'm literally thinking this entire time, like, what vocation will I switch to? Do I switch to something old, or do I keep going with new stuff? Because right now, this one's a kind of, it's not doing it, alright? I'm not gonna shit on this vocation as much.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I'm just trying to get ready for anything that happens. Again, we're in the land of getting jumped, so just trying to stay on my toes. I actually kind of want to go back to this area now that everything has changed for me, right? And see if I missed any spots here, because honestly, with this location, I don't even want to do multiple battles because of how long and challenging they are. Like, walking already takes so much time, and here there are no ox carts, so it's like, if everything takes a long time, it's not, like, I'm not gonna say, like, I'm impatient, okay? So the more time I waste, I just tend to notice it. That's all I can say. But yeah, just trying to keep the action going, you know. And I realized too in these areas that I go through is that the more I pick the same route, the less monsters spawn on that route. So I wonder if at some point I can get ox carts through this area. I wonder if I do enough quests, will certain areas change? Because again, that outpost that I'm trying to get to right now is in an area that's highly contested by like dragons and stuff like that, so it's underdeveloped. Basically what I was saying was I wonder if I could establish a route that would help improve an area, but who cares about that? Look, there's a griffin. Let's kill it. Honestly, again, like, I just miss doing damage, man. Like, I thought this location was gonna be a lot cooler and maybe give me a couple of laughs, but I think the only real cool thing about it was the gigantic Pokemon battle, and that was kind of like a rare thing, and it would have been cooler if I could win it without like having to like mega mind it, you know. It's just unfortunate. This location could have been really cool, but nah, I guess not. We all can't be great, I guess.
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
Like, you see how many limitations this location has? If it's in the air, I can't even touch the thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the heck? Yeah, now I gotta figure out how to get the gigantic chicken out the sky so I can cook them up. Again, my next location is gonna make it very easy to knock things out the sky. Do you think, well, okay, so obviously I haven't beaten the game, right? I'm just kind of trying to figure out how to get closer to the end. And I was wondering, because there are different there are dragons in the game, right? So do you guys think that they'll put like elemental dragons in this game? Like, yeah, they all gotta breathe fire, but like some have freeze damage, some do like blight, stuff like that, you know. They have different debuffs that they special in and shit. Again, like, I wonder if they'll do vocations that do specific magic types, like, again, that like dark scythe I brought up before. And funny enough, when a pawn just spawns near this fight with no bows on, I'm just kind of like, what the heck? Look, I'm just thinking of the guy who has that pawn, and I'm just like, bruh, like, you just solo. I wonder if there are people who do just solo, if their pawns just like pick up stuff for them. Like, what vocation do they run? I wonder how many vocations are even in this game, man. Like, did I find them all? Like, there's 2 more vocations that I haven't played. One of them I have just discovered, like, newly, and then the other one you guys will see shortly, right? So I'm just curious on, again, if they'll add more vocations, because I feel like, again, I said it before, but this game could go on forever. So there's that they keep adding things to it.
Enemy's movements have grown sluggish. We must not give them a chance to recover. I shall lead the charge.
Like, bro, I'm trying to make it spicy in here. That's why you see the smoke, the incense I be burning are red now. But like, I don't know, it's just so mid. Like, why couldn't it? I could be doing poison smoke. I could, like, there are so many different ways that they could have implied blight into everything, and like the like different arrow effects, but to these like this little smoke thing, this little incense burner. Like, I don't know. Or at least give me, like, again, that like a dagger, because I haven't like this. He has the vocation gives you an open hand, right? So why not put like another weapon in there or something? Like, and it does, like, say you work off of the taunt mechanic, right? And you do bonus backstab damage on like taunted targets or something like that, right? It just, I don't know. It just makes it more viable in fights, I guess. Bro, I was just like, what? Like, I noticed her and I'm like, what is going on?
That was superb, Arisen. Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use. Let us
Alright,
ponder how
but
best to proceed.
we're on to the next. The night will not stop me from my objective, which is the town. But I feel pretty good fighting against like mobs, because I can just taunt everybody, and they're 95% of the time just hitting me anyway. So I'm just cool with it. The thing that drives me nuts though is when I'm trying to get aggro and then the knight steals the aggro from me, and it's just like, bruh, you could just attack, man. You don't have to aggro my aggro. Gotta make it spicy, you know, so I gotta increase damage. Oh, what is that? That thing shining and twinkling. The only thing that, there's a secret to this vocation, and I think that's the only reason why you really use it. But I don't know if, like, I could see people running around the map with just this vocation on looking for things, is what I'm trying to get at. But it's like, Why would you want to do that? I'm telling you, walking around from location to location is probably the most, like, that's probably what you're spending like 90% of your time doing, and it's just crazy. But anyway, is that Sanctuary? Sweet Sanctuary? Oh my god, I can't wait to get rid of this shitty vocation, man. I'm ready to, like, actually be a part of the game again, man. Like, again, always try things once. That's how you know if you like it or you hate it. And oh my god, well, this double thumbs down. I never expected to see a bad vocation in this game. But yeah, Sanctuary. Now, excuse me while I go change. What's up, man? We're back. So, you know, obviously, y'all peep the changes. Y'all peep the changes. We are now in the archery archetype. I'm actually looking forward to this one. This one was the one I had the most fun with in the other variation of this game, in the first variation. So I'm really excited to be back. I'm with this vocation in general. I wanted to do a lot of the harder parts of the map with. So the fact that I'm in like kind of like Dragonland for this game with this vocation, I'm just like eager to knock some heads, you know. But yeah, I'm just generally glad I can do damage again. Like again, you play that trickster vocation, but you're tricking yourself. Like again, the joke is on you the entire time. Ooh. Oh my god. Yeah, you know, just you know, playing the sniper, bruh. Playing the sniper, bruh. How did I miss that? How did I miss that?
It is not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
Something I really enjoy about this higher area is the amount of ore I find, but I don't. Well, I mean, I think everything I've used so far has needed some form of ore, so just having like an abundance of it feels good. But I always kind of like harvest a lot in games like this, so I never really am in need when it comes to resources when it comes to games like this. Makes me feel like I would be good at like stuff like Tarkov, but who knows. Well, the one thing I realized about this vocation is that shooting regular arrows is kind of like pointless, which is weird. I would think arrows would do pretty decent damage, but my stats aren't equipped for archery, and my stat like I really feel like I should be changing up my like equipment now. Like for instance, if some people didn't know, like the types of rings you wear give specific effects. So for me, maybe I like search for specific rings to help with archery specifically, but like yeah, I'm not quite sure. Maybe there. I think there's. I want to hope that there's a way to increase the damage, but I might just be wrong. Which is perfectly fine. I feel like this location is still really good as is. The one thing that I noticed too is that I can't really pin them to the wall. Can't get that paranormal activity interaction with these lizards. Excuse me, their defense is really good. Everything here is all dragomified. That's a thing. There has to be a way to increase the damage for this, because that's just crazy. But my vocation at this point, I believe, is still level 1. I'm not quite sure.
The monsters, thank you. Still in one piece? That's something.
That is something, huh? You know, gotta do some exploring. Oh, who laughing like that? Yeah, but again, like, right now, all I'm really trying to do is find where I can go, like the limit of it, and find out where I can go, because I look at the map, and you know, it's a big map. It's not small by any stretch of the means, right? But my goal in games like this is always to like see every inch of the map, right? And my problem is right now is that I think I'm at the limit officially once I get back to the mining spot, right? And that just
Useful things, these.
kind of frustrates me because again, I haven't really
I'm sure we'll
bumped
find
into
lots
too
of
many
things in time.
quests. Like I haven't really I feel like I've explored a lot of my area too. There are like a few places where, oh look, there was a dragon. There's a few places where it's kind of like an asterisk because it's like, I don't want to spoil it, but they're just like other places in the map where there's obstruction of vision, right? And so it makes it hard to tell if you're moving forward or if you're just in one of those places where it just spawns a bunch of monsters and you're just there, you know? I'm really trying to get good at these shots, but they don't really do much for damage.
Battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
I wonder if there are people out there who be fighting dragons with like level 1 or 2 vocations. I feel like that'd be kind of crazy and kind of hard, like mad hard. I don't even think your vocation would be strong enough to to expose his heart, but who knows?
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
I'm literally just trying to leave the lizard alone for now.
It is frightfully warm here. The result of volcanic activity, I expect. Be on your guard. The monsters here are prone to frenzy.
Oh, so honestly, mastering this vocation, it did open my eyes to like some of what I enjoy about this vocation. But for instance, there's like exploding arrows and like again the turning arrows that give blight. So like this again, this archetype gives status effects, right? Something that the trickster archetype should have done, right? And my only like not like my only problem with it per se is the fact that it's you can only add the blight or like the special arrows as like skills, right? So that only means you have at most 4 slots to do that, right? So for me, I think it makes more sense because you have a like you have regular arrows, right? But they're infinite. Why don't you just and the special arrows are finite? Why can't we just use the special arrows for the abilities inherent to the vocation, and then the arrow add the effect of whatever the arrow is effective, whether it's blight, explosion, fire arrow. I guess maybe it's to, ouch, make you really think of think about like your combat strategy, because it's like, okay, I can't. I'm almost out of this one skill because I only have 2 more bomb arrows, right? But it's like, in my mind, I think if you're out of bomb arrows, that shouldn't take away an ability that you have. If that makes any sense, like, I don't know. It was just an interesting choice. I wonder what the, if I could talk to the devs, I'd definitely ask what was the reasoning for that, or like I would want to know what the other, like, what is this, archery vocation users, what they think about it, if they don't mind it, or if it's just like it's just like whatever, you know, because I generally feel like this vocation, because of that choice, it didn't have as many skills in it, and I don't know, like, I'd like to see it do a little bit more. I don't know, but like, what does a bow? What can you do with a bow more other than shoot arrows faster, right? Yeah. More traveling. I think at this point, I'm still just trying to find more missions. I'm just trying to get to the mining area, right? While I'm leveling up my vocation. Trying to get used to the fact that I can hit from far now too, so my whole idea is to become the sniper, you know? No one's peeking. I'm like, I swear I just shot at people or at goblins. Oh, he got blown away.
Reinforcements? Would that we had such resources.
Suppressing fire! Says Krieger. Suppressing fire! I don't know, like, I wish I could like do more as an archer. Like, maybe like he has like a move where he like kicks off the opponent and does like is like left in the air, because there's a skill that you get, right, as an archer, that if you're in the air you can shoot in the air, and then, you know, that one move would play off of that passive that you have. I don't know. I do definitely enjoy this vocation more than the other one, that's for sure. Right now, I'm just trying to see if I know the weaknesses of all the monsters I've been facing. And the only hard part about this guy is that he's wearing armor. Oh, someone just got sat on. That's crazy.
This brute has quite the temper. Might be not really arranged to our advantage. Too easily done.
I'm really not trying to miss here. I don't know if that's just me, but I hate missing. Maybe it's just the perfectionist in me or what, but, you know, again, I'd like to see what the other archer users be doing. Do they just be like letting it sing willy-nilly, or what? You also saw him use a blight arrow. That's why he kind of looks funky now. Oh god! Run! I'm noticing my team is getting attacked, so I'm on it. Like, why does that take so long? Against the big monsters, I get it, but on a human? Like, come on now. Oh, I got him right in the eye. I literally only just want to poke him in the eye with arrows. Is that like assholey of me, or is that, or would you guys do the same? We only go for the headshots, other than this part, because I don't have a clear line of sight. He's on fire now though, so he's cooking for real. He's really feeling the heat.
You'll not live to regret this.
That miss is crazy. Oh, looks like that one hurt a little bit more than the last one. Gotta adjust again. No, my line of sight's all jack. Oh dang. We gotta put down this gentle giganto.
All full of surprises. I look forward to informing my own master of that strategy. Unbelievable!
Bro, you see what I'm saying too? It don't even... If I'm not aiming it, it doesn't even like go to the monster, which is unfortunate. I thought it would like auto aim.
A smashing success!
I-
Once more!
I guess that was kind of a success, but anyway, we're on the road again. I don't know what it is why I play this game, but the longer the journey takes, the more I want to put on like cowboy saloon music while I'm on the walk. It just feels like it fits the overall vibe pretty well, until like again I get set upon by a bunch of fire lizards. Like, there has to be a way to make the arrows do more damage. I'm convinced I'm doing something wrong. Dang, that's a whole party for real. I'm gonna just do the sensible thing and hit all the humans first, because, you know, it's either me or them, right?
Foe shall know my pain twofold.
I knew you would prevail, Master. A few more victories like that, and we'll have them running for the hills. Mayhaps was somewhat overdone, but no matter.
How'd I whiff that? Bro, it's just bad. I didn't get the paranormal activity on that guy. That's unfortunate.
A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts.
Darn.
Focus your strength to resist.
When you feel like the kicks do more than the bow damage. Oh snap! I actually mastered the vocation. That, I don't know why, but that's more disheartening. I thought, I don't know, this vocation is very
Worthy prize. If only 'twer
lackluster when it comes to damage, in my opinion. I think it has like this weird like crit factor. You kind of saw it when I was fighting the Cyclops, right? If I hit the right spot, it's just like giga damage, right? And there's even some perks that you can use to where it increases that likelihood, right? But it's in a specific situation that you have to get used to. Again, I feel like when you get this vocation, you are the sniper. So, yeah. Honestly, I enjoy the map so far because it changes. You know, it's not what you expect it to be. And though I guess when going into a dragon's location, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fire and lava, but like in this way, you know, it's nice. And it's like you had to go through the desert to get here too. It makes sense. I wonder if like the darker parts of the map are gonna be like new biomes. Again, I said the whole dungeon thing. Like, you know, I'm just curious because I don't think this game has gotten any DLC yet. Not that I know of, anyway. Bro, that lizard need to mind his own goddamn business. Like, what happened to shooting an arrow with like a blunt end on it that'll stun a monster and do damage? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I could be doing arena arrows. You know what I'm saying? Oh dang! I stomped on his ass. Like, but like, you know what I'm saying? What a rain of blight arrows. You know what I'm saying? That sounds cool. And say it like consumes 5 blight arrows to do it, because it's a rain, okay, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'd be stoked as fuck. I'd be like, damn, that's fucking intense. That's lit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
You're well fond of picking.
Do you think they'd put a crossbow in this? You know what I'm saying? And if they do, would a crossbow have should be the better vocation than this one? I don't know. What would that vocation be? Like, okay, so there are like wolf-esque people, or like wolves in this game, right? So is it possible to have a hunter vocation that can like control the animals, or maybe like I don't know what the exact weapon would be. Again, maybe it could be a crossbow and a knife. You know what I mean? And they could like tame certain monsters and maybe certain animals. You add more animals into the game to make it more give more well, you add that stuff, right? But how much is that gonna do, or what's that gonna do to hardware, bit rates, all this stuff? But I don't know. There's like, again, I said it before, this game could go on forever because of just how good it looks and what you can do with it, right? This is a normal world with magic in it, right? So you can do so many different things, and it would, in all intents and purposes, make sense as long as it fits with the aesthetic. What's that show called? There's a one show that I'm thinking of that this game could do a crossover of, even. But I'm not. Game of Thrones. I think like this game could go like Game of Thrones, like tie-in or whatever, publicity thing, deal thing, and they, in the snow area, you fight like White Walkers and do like missions to get like a pet dire wolf or some shit. I don't know, man. And that's where they add like that new vocation, right, that goes with the dire wolf. I don't know, bro. Like, it just, like, there's a lot of avenues for this game, all right? There could be a Witcher tie-in, like, out of nowhere. They throw Witcher's fighting style in here, right? You become the Witcher in this. I don't know, that'd be cool. I know I'd play that vocation. like a lazy idea was a Goblin Slayer tie-in, because you fight goblins all the time. There are a lot of goblins, okay? You never stop seeing goblins. Goblins are like the first... Goblins and wolves are like the first things you fight in every area, I feel.
This is clearly designed to carry us somewhere. It could prove useful.
Oh, whoopee, I made it to that town I was telling y'all about. This town is a pretty nice stop, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing too bad about it. Again, underdeveloped. I wonder if I can get like a supply line to here, right? And then maybe it'll improve, right? But who knows, right? So, you know, I'm just looking around trying to find any material, because honestly, there was an item that I've seen in the store here or around here, and it's quite expensive. So it's either I sell the ore I get, or I take a quest, right? But quests are few and far between around these parts. I found one quest here, and y'all saw that one. That was the old man, and you know, I'm actually planning on finishing that quest. I'm just trying to finish going forward before I go back, if that makes any sense.
Beg pardon, but if you seek a bed and you've the coin, 'tis yours. No questions asked.
Oh, how I've longed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We gotta stop camping every now and then. Alright, so essentially what happened is we found the mining area, and now we're going back to finish that old man's quest. I hit my I don't even know what these things are, but I found you run into them a lot at night, and I hit it with a poison arrow, so now he's really feeling the pain. This is with my max location too, so I really do expect to bring the pain. You know he has a headache from all these shots. Straight taking him to the dome, bro. Homie need to chill, bro. I remember, like, there was like a crafting function too, where you'd get like certain hides of monsters, and you could like turn it into clothes, right? I kind of missed that, like, because I don't know, just being able to craft the clothes off of like the monsters you killed and like the equipment you collected. I don't know, it just felt nice. Having to kind of like buy the clothes is kind of, I don't know, mid. Well, like the accessories anyway. Buying the armor and stuff kind of makes sense. Again, I don't believe there's like a armor forging system, so just blowing monsters away with these arrows. I break the speed of sound.
To the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable. Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Like, oh, you know, that's more like magic arrow stuff. Never mind.
I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Basically, I'm just exploring more of this area, the area in between the Sand Kingdom and the mining area that you start out in. I managed to find like some small like areas, right, but nothing like crazy. Again, that's kind of like the, I guess, surprising thing, because in Dark Rising I feel like there was a lot more like caves and stuff everywhere, and they like led to like these big mazes and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like this game is like more open, you know? Everything's kind of like out, you know, and when you go into a cave, the cave is like a specific length depth. There's not a lot of intrigue, even though there was this one cave that had an entrance to something, right? Which was cool, but it was like under rubble and stuff, you know? There was no continuation of the mystery, you know? There wasn't like the door was locked by like magic, like how in Pokemon, say you're trying to find a legendary in a cave, right? And you have to do like some specific thing to break the lock to get into this special zone where this legendary is at, right? Like, I don't know. In games like that like wonder, mystery, intrigue would be cool. I don't like. That's just my opinion. I'm a big fan of like this archetype of game. I like magic and shit. I like the night era and time and shit. Like, it's cool.
Take this. It's something I found. I wanted you to have it.
Damn.
Thousand blades before it is too late. This is just what's needed.
You know, I'm just trying to execute, man. Just trying to execute, man. At this point, I'm feeling damn near like the pro archer. I'm feeling like if I don't find a new location soon, I'm just gonna dress up like Robin Hood and start stealing from people. You know what I mean? Looks like they're all basically about dead. That's the one thing I can say I do enjoy about this vocation is just how far it hits and how like strong the far hits are. I'm not gonna try and explain too much of the combat for the vocation because I feel like learning the vocation is the fun part about it. I just don't want to spoil that.
This ladder can take us to new heights. Ah, excellent find. Shall we make them lose their own impatience? Give no quarter. By your means.
Bow. Again, I have a theory that if you break those, goblins are less likely to spawn, so just trying to deal with them now.
For all eternity. If 'twasn't for the crick in my neck. Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long.
Yeah, I don't know what that quest is that I'm constantly getting like something received from. So I finally made it to my destination, that old dude's house, and I'm surprised that he...
Beg pardon, sir, but...
Is this the wrong house?
Forgive me, dear. I forgot to tell you. I asked this good sir to look
Bro, and seeing this happen,
this
even though
again.
this isn't a game,
How
it
many
gives me hope
times have
because
I
this man
begged
is
you not
short
to
as
bring
hell and he
strangers
pulled
into
this
our
tall
home?
ass lady.
I know, dear, but this one's a kindly sort. Brought me the wildflowers I needed to make it home when I threw out my back.
Bro, you know what?
It is always one
ain't gotta
reason
worry
or
about
another,
it.
isn't it?
OG,
Mark my
man,
words,
you
no one
cool
won
This
man,
one's
man. You
different,
know what
I
I'm saying,
promise
bro?
you.
You
You've heard
cool,
tell
bro.
of
I
the
don't know
Arisen,
what
have
you're
you
doing
not?
with your fucked up
The
back in a
hero
dangerous
who
area
travels
like
far
this,
and
but you
wide.
know what?
Oh?
I'm gonna just
So this
let that
stranger
slide real
claims to be
quick.
the
You know,
Arisen?
I thought you were. These guys could be
You will have
badasses.
to
You know
forgive
what I'm
my
saying?
wife. She
And
has
he
her
looked
reasons
like
for being
midget
mistrusting,
Jiraiya, by
but
the
you
way.
deserved a
That's
warmer
crazy.
welcome than that. Now let me fetch your reward. Wait here a moment.
Okay, guys, and so, like, I'm not gonna skip this part, right? Cause I'm weird. He made it seem like he's gonna be right back, so I don't want to walk into like some old people's love shack. You know what I'm saying? I know this is like a game, whatever. Oh man, you're overcomplicating it, man. Like, what are you doing? I'm just like, that's weird, bro. But I walk in anyway.
Fie! My back! I've
Ghost stuffer, when will you learn
This
to
man
be
is
more
all my
gentle with
neck,
yourself?
my back, my balls, and my
Oh,
crack. And
hold
the
your
old lady like, I'm
tongue.
tired of hearing you talk
all
about
the
your back
gentleness
crack,
in the world won't
patty whack.
stop
I don't
you
give a fuck
from
about your
coming on. It's
bones
only
type
got
shit.
worse of late.
In your state, you'll never reach it. And that's to say nothing of the monsters that haunt the roads out there.
That's what I said. Why
be on you in a
you walking
moment if
around
they
in
see
such
you
dangerous
leaving
area
along
and
on
you
your
got fucked
own.
up back all the time?
Well, don't even
And
think on it, my
and then
dear.
I'll
But
look
what
at
are
her
we
and I'm
to
like, so
do?
what's your story, lady? Why?
I'll
Who
take
be
that.
keeping y'all alive? Who
We might
be
find
hunting
use
if
for
his
it.
back all fucked up? You know what I'm saying? I'm just squinting at them both now, like, something's not right. Something's not adding up here. He's like a legendary knight or some shit. She helped kill like 5 dragons in the past, some shit. This entire time she's calling me a bad person, right? Or she's accusing me of being a bad person, so
Fear not.
I don't want to take
You'll have
anything
your
from her house.
reward. I just need to sit still a moment. You'd be willing to accompany me, oughtn't you see, my dear? What did I tell you? The Arisen's a goodly sort. I've an eye for people.
Yeah, now I gotta
Don't
escort
be a
this man
fool,
to where he
Ghost
gotta
stuffer.
go.
You have barely spoken to this person. What if you were being deceived? Did you think of that?
Bro, I'm not
Come.
deceiving him, man.
Surely there are far more
I
clever
won't lie
lies
though.
to tell
If
what-
he
So be
stabs
it
me in the
then.
back, I'm gonna kill him
Just
without
blame
a
your
moment's
mind's
thought.
made up.
I'll come
We'd,
back and I'll pretend this
best
house is
be
mine. I'll
alone.
sleep. I'll sleep in this
Pray
house
see
all
my
the time.
husband safely to the encampment. I shall await your return.
Alright, peace. We're gonna just take this old man to his encampment. Basically, he's going to take a tub in a hot spring, bro. Like, he said, my back hurt, I'm going to a hot spring. I'm surprised she's not like, I want to go too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a hot spring is like a chick magnet. Your girl ain't not gonna pull up to a hot spring with you, like. And if she don't pull up with you, she ain't for you, dog. Like, you gotta let that one go.
I'll go and open the chest.
This is how you know I'm tired. My first thought was after I was done talking about the hot spring, what's the summer equivalent of a hot spring? My brain like, nigga, you talking about a pool? This is how you know I'm up too late, bro. Oh shoot. Or maybe it's just like a lake. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm curious. What is your guys' favorite location in this game so far? I would have to say mine.
Let my
It's a
magic
battle
imbue your weapon with
between
the fury of the elements.
the spell sword location and then the archery and the other location, the spell archer location. Like those, they all just play like really enjoyable ways, right? I feel like the spell sword is just kind of like the best melee weapon in my opinion, more interesting. I don't know, there's something about archery that I just enjoy. Yeah, man, so I don't know, the woods were just like really safe, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I moved into the area or what, but there's no monsters on the road, bro. So like, you know, no fights, unfortunate. But I made it to my destination, so there's that. And then I bumped into this guy. Who's this guy?
That's like to make me sick, it is.
He looked like a guy that'd give you a sick vocation.
Still, there's not a swig of newt liquor can't fix, I always say. Bollocks. Oh, boy there. Come at a fine time, you have.
I was ready to get the drunken sword
Care for a
vocation
rotten
from
egg?
this dude, no cap.
'Twas soft boiled right here in the hot spring.
But he
Tis
gave me a
mostly sand.
rotten
Won't
egg.
kill
The
you
fuck?
or
The fuck, Nick?
not. You're a bold one.
I thought I could like make something out of it, use it. Nah, bro, you just eat that thing and it does stuff to you. Like mushrooms, bro. But it's an egg. I'm thinking I give this guy booze and he becomes happy or something. Maybe he gives me something after that. Again, I hope this dude just gives me some crazy like drunken sword vocation or like like, oh, he could even be like a drunken fist martial artist, and that, like, that's the vocation, bro. Like, on some monk shit.
At last, I've ne'er seen a more welcome sight.
Bro, he said the bathhouse looking good. Crazy. I wonder why your wife didn't come,
This
bro.
spring here has been visited since times of eld for its curative properties. I'll go have my soak now, if 'tis all the same to you. Can't have Cleona fretting over how long I...
Yeah, bro, you should just go while you can. Like, I don't need to hear this man taking a dump.
It twinges a bit.
I don't. What? We gonna have to pray for that old man. One like equals one prayer for this old guy. Man.
It would seem I owe you
Oh,
a
shit.
debt of gratitude.
Where'd you pull up
And an
from?
apology. True to your word, you have seen my husband
Grandma was
safely
riding
to
on the
ring.
wind. How the hell did she get up that high?
I was so afeared for his well-being, I couldn't bring myself to sit at home, waiting, wondering. So
Aw,
I
so you
followed
love
you
him.
at
That's
a distance. Though now I see I needn't have.
Oh God, you didn't need
My
that.
husband and I are met with persecution everywhere we turn, you see.
Yeah, I
Well,
wonder
that is
why.
why we live in so far
I thought y'all were like savages or some shit. Like not like I thought they were like ancient warriors from
My
like
husband
a
was
war
right
they
about
forgot
you. You
about
are
or
a
some
kind
shit.
soul, indeed. I shall not soon forget
I know
this
you guys
good
are like
time you've done, my
corrosive. That
husband
sounds
and I.
mad anime, and I'm like,
You are
well,
welcome
this
to visit us.
game
I
could
would
be
fain
really
lend you
anime if
my
they wanted
skills
to.
as magic archer
It could be
maester.
really anime.
You earned a favor from the magic archer maester without even meaning to.
Short though our acquaintance may be, your kindness
Yeah,
and
now I just got
sincerity
my
earn
favorite
my respect.
location from the last Dragon's Dogma, which is the magic
And
archer.
so, to aid you in your duty, I would grant you this technique, my most guarded secret as maester of my art.
And honestly, that technique is probably the most deadly thing I've ever been given. Grandma literally just gave me a nuke, like low key an AOE nuke, and it's just like, thank you, Grandma. I'll come visit you for cookies. All right, so after some rearranging, we're back at it again, and we've swapped to the magic archer location. Obviously, we got to see what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying?
Thank goodness someone has a hand to lend.
And honestly, like, no arrows, no problem. You know what I mean? And all my shots are heat seeking. It's feeling good. Like, it's feeling really good. It reminds me of the original from Dark Rising. My biggest thing is I want to figure out how to make this thing do some fucking damage, man. Imagine that they can't escape from the arrows and they just like knock down on every hit. It just feel nice. Or like stagger or whatever it's called.
Thank you. Hang in there. You'll pull through.
The only thing that I'm concerned about is the dragons in this area, because I cannot for the life of me win a fight with them right now. With a level 1 vocation, trying to kill a dragon is like unfathomable. Like I could see somebody doing it, right? But you're picking up your pawns a lot. I know that for sure. See, I got that arrow, right? It's like a flare. But in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, it should do damage, right? Because it's like fire, right? Which is fire, like red, which is fire, right? Can't believe it's, like I fucked it up, but you know what I mean? And so I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so this guy's to do, it's gotta light up the area and it gotta burn them, right? Nah, bro, it's literally just a light for real. Look, it's a baby Cyclops. I never seen no baby one of them. Level 2 vocation, easy as 1, 2, 3. This is why I like farming high level areas. I feel like I just skip so much.
It might be of use.
But yeah, you know, we're just wandering over yonder, you know what I mean? We're just trying to see Well, honestly, right now I'm just trying to max my vocation. I kind of want to do some quests, so if I can find some like decent combat quests, I'll definitely do them. But right now I'm not finding any. Like, it's kind of strange how little quests I'm finding. But again, if the whole premise of the quest is you have to like find it, then I get it. But like I've been to all the towns. It feels like all the towns right now, and like people don't come up to you asking you for quests. Not as much as the Melv area. When you're helping the OG town, like
Over so
that's where I
soon.
feel like I got like 90%
Why,
of my
we
quests.
seem to have...
This was the special move that she taught me. I see it and I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy, right? It takes health? What? Oh my god! And that's why I was saying it's like a nuke. It's like it's mutually insured destruction, which is pretty cool. I feel like I forget that one dude's name from the Isekai anime with Tomoe Makoto? Makoto? What was that anime called? Either way, I kind of feel like him now, because he is kind of like the embodiment of this archetype, right? Just on steroids. He's on all the EPOs. Yeah, but like the paths like this really make me enjoy like the scenery of the game, because if you just look at like the background and like, you know, just my path to get to where I'm trying to get to is just really cool, very enjoyable sight, you know what I mean? Now watch this. AoE, and it's everything I lock onto. All it does is basically kill me. I mean, okay. I want to max it out if it's even possible, and see if the next level of it doesn't take any health away at all. I think that would be pretty nasty. Maybe it just takes stamina instead. That'd pretty deadly. And then I get more crazy skills off that. Fucking insane. But you know, who knows? I'm curious to see what they do with this vocation in particular. I wonder if there are more vocations I haven't seen yet. I remember in the last Dragon's Dogma game, I didn't even get to see all the other vocations. I literally got the magic archer, and then I beat the game, and I never touched it again. That's why now I'm trying to get everything in one go. I feel like this game is one of those games you don't start over. Like, there's really no reason to. In the first one too, when you beat the game, it's not like the game ends. They kind of just like freeze you in time. But yeah, you know, walk around this island, shooting down dragon bats, dragon harpies. I don't know what to call these things, but you know what, shooting them down nonetheless, because they cannot escape my sight. No villain shall escape my sight. Now beware of my power. Archers of green.
I grant you lightning's fangs.
Now y'all see how I be shooting like 3 like little small pellets, right? For this archetype, right? I wonder if there's an ability where you can focus the shot into one like magic
What
missile.
catches the light? We ought to take a closer look.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. No harm in
Waste
picking a
stone,
few.
pretty cool. I don't know. I feel like the little fire circle, the little red circle, is mad. It's mid as fuck. Like, it doesn't really do anything other than illuminate the battlefield and it's like whatever. The fact that this location has a healing, reviving arrow, is just like mind baffling to me. It's just so different. My mind keeps telling me it does damage, but like, I just know that's not true. I'm also just trying to land it because I think I did it before where it stuck onto a monster, and I just kind of want to see it again. The lizards are just no match for me. Probably when this location's like maybe 5 or 6, I'm going to start just going crazy and hunting dragons. Since I can shoot them out the sky now. Yeah, just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Again, trying to get everything in one go. There are obviously some areas even in the old area that I have to go back to just to get like chests and stuff like that, but I feel like at this point in the game, low level chests are kind of irrelevant to me. Like the chests are so blatantly optional, it's kind of funny because it's like, why would I, like, you don't get really good weapons, at least I don't get any really good weapons, so it's kind of like mildly negligible. This is feeling like a real mellow adventure, you know? This is super chill, you know? Nothing too crazy has been going on. I've just been shooting the birds and shooting the shit, you know? Fucking with it. Just trying not to get caught up into too much chaos while also just trying to level up at the same time, you know? Again, I would have expected to like just bump in some more at this point in the game, just more like mystery, more like mystique almost. Like I haven't found any like dark orders, no cults, you know what I'm saying? I haven't.
Stay right there. I'll be with you in a trice.
Like, I don't know. I fought a couple of dragons, which weren't that bad. But like, you know, other than monster hunting, like there is no real, and the usurping the queen, right? There was just like no real world building aspect, in my opinion, to make you really like peel back the layer of onions to the world itself, you know. And unfortunately now I am caught in a battle with a monster that I have no hope in killing. And if I do kill him, in my mind it's just like, okay, that's cool, but at what cost, you know? I know I'm gonna lose something, I'm just trying to figure out what it is. And, you know, I'm curious of what makes the dragon that scarred me different from these dragons. Is it because he was like bigger or something? How come killing all these dragons don't lift my curse, instead it make me stronger? I'm literally just trying to get out of the area, right? Because I know fighting that dragon is not conducive. I love that skill. I'm just trying to kill the mobs, to be honest. I feel like if all the mobs are like unable to attack, I can at least get out. My goal right now is just purely to get back to the town. Or not the town, but the way station.
Tis a fro work of caution. Looks it our best. Fear not, tis well in hand.
I messed up here. I didn't aim it correctly. It's not even like a bad skill, bro. It does some pretty decent damage, and I know if he's like flapping away with somebody, I probably could knock him out of the sky with the skill. But yeah, right now, if I was the smarter guy, I'd be backing up more, but I just want all the minions off me, or the monsters off me. Because again, I'm trying to lose all of them so I can go back to the town. Oh god. Ow. Look. How much I'm losing just fighting this dragon. It's not even like, it's literally just the fact that I'm not doing enough damage. Like, I know I'm a high enough level to kill the dragon, it's just that, again, I'm not, my vocation is so new. Bro, and then he shocks me. Let's go. Let's go.
What has stricken you of this?
It's like I use the skill, and then I'm the one freaking out. Every time I use it, I lose health too, so I'm just kind of like really trying to manage my health. Try to see if I have any items to help me. That ring prevented sleep, but it didn't help me when I get concussed by lightning. I'm thinking if the dragon follows me all the way back to town, I just have a gigantic battle with the townies and we win. Man, I tell you what, this dragon battle is a little abusive, man. Like, he doesn't want to let me go for real, bro. Like, again, at this point, my mind is just going back to kiting, you know, just kiting him back into the town. Hopefully I can get enough support from the townspeople to kill the dragon and solve all my problems, right? But I'm not gonna lie, using that move to kill all the mobs it kind of put me in a bad position. It's starting to look a little grim right now, but you know what, I'm still gonna, you know, I still want to go for it because it does kill a lot of the mobs, right? And I feel like if the mobs chase me back into the town with the dragon, the whole town is gone, and I can't permit that, unfortunately, right? So I'm trying to just get rid of all the mobs as best I can while preserving my HP, but as you guys can see right now, I'm on the razor's edge. So, you know, perseverance and being stubborn is all I got left, so that's all I'm gonna do, you know. One of my pawns has fallen. It's the same pawn that follows my front line, so now I'm kind of salty, but what can I do, right, other than what I can? And as the time progresses, there's only one thing on my mind that I can do that would really be beneficial in this moment here, and it's to use an item that I don't like using. which is this. I gave myself a new heart, whoopee woohoo, right? But now I gotta get all my pawns back in my control, so that way I can start kiting back again. It's a little hard though, because again, there's so many mobs. Again, we're not in the desert anymore, but we're getting jumped to all hell. To all hell get out. To the point where it's like, where did all of these monsters even fucking come from, man? It's obscene. It's obscene. But the dragon seems to be on nobody's side but himself, so he sets everyone on fire. Which makes me think, why aren't the smaller mobs trying to kill the dragon? But again, I guess if he's too big, just hit the small guys. Again, at this point, I'm like, fuck it, bro. Y'all ain't gonna take me without a fight, dog. You feel me? So I'm really just, again, trying to thin numbers and get my numbers back in order, right? But again, it's to no avail. It's becoming more and more challenging as time progresses, and more monsters become aggroed by this intense scuffle that I seem to find myself in. Again, I'm not leaving. No man gets left behind, right? An unfortunate trait that has been ingrained in my brain after some military training. So I cannot leave my pawns behind. We are a team. Thankful I got her up, but I got burned for it. You know what? It's fine. I ain't afraid of no fire. I ain't afraid of no heat. I was raised in a fire anyway, so this might make me stronger. So, yeah, gotta get my front line back on his feet, and I am going to then proceed to run for all of our lives. So, yeah. The revive was successful. Let's go. Again, this is a battle of attrition. At this point, I am generally just trying to make it to the town. Look at that. I made it, but, you know, at what cost? I do generally feel like as soon as this dragon gets into that town, this town is gone. Like, it's made of wood, bro, and this is a fire dragon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not, it's not conducive. But, you know what? We're gonna do what it do. You know what I'm saying? We're still gonna try and see if we win. But it's looking like it's curtains for us, folks. Look. The people see me running and they trying to leave, bro. They're like, oh shit, here we go again. And I'm just kind of like, man, if y'all don't help me defend y'all city, right? Goddamn now. Oh my gosh. But hey, you know what? If they won't, I will, type shit. I made it to my destination, so I'm just try to hold out and fight the best I can. I'm trying to, like, again, look, that magic missile idea would be lit, because again, if I'm trying to shoot down a dragon, right, and his heart's exposed, shooting that magic missile at his chest is really gonna make him think twice. So I just wonder if it's an actual viable thing, if it's like in the game or not, or if it's just wishful thinking. I'm very curious to see what more this location has in store, especially given the other two locations I've been a part of. And we get flattened, bro. We get flattened, man. What an adventure. What an adventure. But if you guys liked it, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.